Hey there, everybody. This week in the podcast, Lisa and I talked about prepping items that are not going to save your life, but they're going to make it a lot easier. A lot of the time, you'll see and you probably know what they are. You've seen these websites or these titles, these headlines that say 10 items that are going to save your life, or 10 prepping items you can't live without, or you're going to die unless you have these 10 prepping items. And we decided to go the other end of that and say, hey, these are not going to save your life, but they're going to make your life a hell of a lot easier. A couple examples of those are like a manual can opener. We talked about that in the show. Most people in the United States these days don't even know or don't even have a manual can opener, let alone know how to use one. Another one that we talked about is a battery charge checker that, we as preppers, we have batteries all over the damn place. And if you've got kids or somebody else that grabs the batteries out of a remote, and then they just take the batteries, throw them in with the other ones, grab some more. Then you've got everything all mixed up. And it'd be really convenient just to be able to check that battery and say, okay, this one's dead, or this one needs to be recharged, or this one's good. So it just make things a lot easier. Now, the reason that I did this video is not to talk about that. But the reason I did this video is because it made me think about all of the stuff that a lot of people share. I'm not going to say everybody, but they read these headlines and then they share the article without reading the article, or it's kind of wishful thinking, I guess, as preppers and as people that lean right. We're thinking we want this stuff to happen, especially with this election. There's a lot of stuff that just cross my fingers. Oh, please let that be true. But if we just take it for fact and don't vet our sources, then we're just kind of fooling ourselves. So the couple things I want to go over here is what I do to just kind of check this information, and what I think everybody should do. At least do a little bit of research before you post something. The first thing is actually click the link of the article that you want to share or you want to show to your friend or whatever. Read the article and make sure it is what that headline said, because a lot of times the headlines can be misleading and it can make you think it's about one thing and it's about something completely different. On those same lines, when you go to that website, make sure you understand if the website's legit or not. Some of these websites are satirical websites. They just write satire stuff. Some of these websites that claim to be alt-right websites are actually put together by liberals that want to discredit the alt-right. So they put out this really far-fetched crap, and that way everybody, the average person, just thinks, oh, it's that alt-right stuff. It's got to be out. They're loony. They're conspiracy theorists, this and that. Where we know our websites like Drudge Report, Breitbart, and all of that are not. But that's what they want to portray it as. So they get these, I'm not going to name any names of any of these websites, but they get these websites that just put out complete crap, and they discredit the alt-right. It's pretty cool to have Steve Bannon in the White House right now, just on a side note, because everybody's flipping out now. But anyway, make sure you know what the website's about. Click the home link on that website and look at what else they're posting. And that'll give you a good idea if they are legit or not. And then to take that a step further, maybe Google it, maybe do something to find out what other people are saying about that same subject that you're trying to research. I watch CNN sometimes until I can't do it anymore, till my blood begins to boil and I have to change the channel. But I'll watch it just because you want to keep your enemies closer, so to speak. So I'll watch it just to see what the other side's saying on stuff. And, so I'll read articles from some of those people if I can. Most of the time I can't get through the whole article. But if they are talking about it and the other side is talking about it, I'm not saying take theirs as fact, because most of the time it's not. But the fact that they're talking about it makes that situation relevant. So if you're sharing something and it's only these fake alt-right websites talking about it, the odds are it's probably not true and it's wishful thinking. Like I said, a lot of the times I'm really hoping, but it kind of pisses me off when I find out that it's not true. And then I got my hopes up and it's not true. So make sure you know who else is writing about it. And also, like I said, keep your enemies closer. So see what other people are writing about it. Make a list of websites that you do trust and see what they think about it. Make a list of websites that you know are complete crap. There's a few that I've got that I know are complete crap, and when I see that that's who it's from, I won't even bother reading it anymore. I don't care what they write. It's not worth my time anymore. You'll see, if anybody's on Twitter or any of these social media places, you'll see it all the time. People just post stuff because they just want to post stuff, and they spout their opinions. And if you do that, first of all, you're setting yourself up to get totally hosed and people calling you stupid and all that stuff. But at the same time, you kind of discredit yourself too by posting this stuff and making it seem real when it's actually not. So, but anyway, yeah, that's kind of it. I just wanted to talk about that. Vet your information and make sure that you're getting good information. In the show will be out tomorrow. We're talking about 10 prepping items that won't save your life. That'll be out tomorrow. We do it every Thursday. We're almost to 200 episodes now. And you can get those on iPhone, Android. You can listen. I use Stitcher to listen to podcasts on my phone, or you can listen on the internet. We've got it on the website too. You just click play on the website show notes. But anyway, that's it for this one. The next video I'm going to do a question that I got about what I'm preparing for, what I think the biggest threat is. And this is kind of a tough one because it really depends on each individual person's situation. But I want to go through that a little bit. So make sure and subscribe to the channel below. Watch for that one coming out next week. And we'll talk to everybody later.